fall asleep on me now. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight to help us celebrate our annual awards reception for the Emerging Scholars Program. I am one of your hostess for tonight, Pamela Little, the Director for Emerging Scholars Program, and we do have other staff members who you will see shortly, and I will allow them to introduce themselves. But we do again want to welcome you and extend our appreciation for you coming out to celebrate with us on tonight. We have quite a number of awards that we want to give out, and we want to acknowledge all of the accomplishments that our students have received this year for the 2014-2015 school year, and we also want to make sure that we recognize our graduates and our transfers. If you guys are not familiar with the Emerging Scholars Program, it is a part of the TRIO umbrella, and our primary goal here at Calhoun is to graduate and transfer students or move them on to four-year institutions. So the services that our students are receiving are directed towards making sure that they're able to complete their degree here at Calhoun if they choose to get an associate and go right into the workforce, or if they want to move on and earn a bachelor's degree, then we want to prepare them for that as well. So we have a lot of different things that we do with them, a lot of services that we offer them, but most importantly, we support them and we encourage them to continue to work towards their goal. So we'll go ahead and get started for tonight. We hope you guys enjoy what we put together for you, and we want to make sure that you all are able to go back for your seconds, because I think we had a nice little spread going on. And did y'all leave me anything? Because I usually don't eat until afterwards. Okay, I saw a couple people going back 2 or 3 times. You know, is there a chicken tender or something back there for me? All right, we'll go ahead and get started. And we want to start, and I want to mention to you all 2 things. One, until the sun sets, it's going to be a little difficult for you to see the screen here, but everything is projected on the monitors, so you'll be able to see throughout the room. There are 2 here in the front, and then there's 1 to my right here. So until the sun sets pretty good, you're going to have a glare there on that screen. And then the second thing I want to mention to you, you will notice a yellow table tent on your table, and we want to encourage you all to take selfies or ussies or y'allies or whatever you want to call them, and make sure that you post them on our social media sites. So tag us in it. We have everything that we use, or all of the sites that we normally go to, which will include Facebook and Instagram. Also, we tweet quite a bit. And when you do send out your pictures or you make your comments, if you'll use the hashtag ESP stars, we would appreciate it. And also it tells you how to find us on Instagram or Facebook. So if you have your phones, I do ask that you silence them so that if you get any phone calls or text messages in, then those things won't disrupt the night. But if you would, just kind of take a few photos of yourself or some of the other individuals who are at your table and send it out and let everybody know what you're doing tonight, and let them know how proud you are to be a part of the Emerging Scholars Program, okay? Let me go ahead and at least recognize our staff members. I think it would be inappropriate if I didn't do so. If you guys will stand or just wave your hand and let everyone see who you are. First, I want to introduce Ms. Lateria Jordan, who's our academic advisor. And she waited in the corner just for that, so you guys give her a round of applause, Ms. Jordan. Ms. Jordan is awesome with working with our students to get them prepared, not only for the classes every semester, but as they prepare to transfer out to the four-year institutions or prepare for graduation. So our students are responsible for meeting with her several times throughout the semester, and she does an awesome job with making sure that they stay on track. I do also want to acknowledge Mr. Joshua Reid, who is with us for the first school year. Mr. Reid serves as our academic enrichment coordinator, and he does an awesome job of making sure your study skill workshops are together or any of the other academic enrichment workshops that we offer. And he also coordinates the tutorial program. So when you put in your tutor request, or whenever you have an issue with any of your classes and you need a tutor, Mr. Reid is normally the individual who will set that up for you. He is available during the summer as well. Mr. Reid is awesome at what he does, but he's even better at offering the services to the students as far as the tutor is concerned. He's our science guru, and I definitely appreciate that. We've been a little, I guess we've lacked in the science area as far as tutoring is concerned, and since Mr. Reid has been here, that has really picked up well for us, and we appreciate that. We also have among us Ms. Ava Green, who serves as one of our math tutors. She's our math educator. Ms. Green has been with us quite some time, and I'll let her share with you later if she chooses to, her journey here at Calhoun. But we do definitely appreciate what you offer, Ms. Green, and the students seem not to be able to live without you. So your services are greatly appreciated. We also have Miss Ebony Lawless. Ebony is one of our tutors. Ebony does awesome here at the Decatur campus with the English, speech, and psychology. She also is at the Huntsville campus. She offers study skill workshops for us there as well. So Ebony carries quite a number of things on her back for the Emerging Scholars Program. And she's a former TRIO participant, so she understands what the mission is of our program. She's all about making sure that students are able to receive their services, and we definitely appreciate what you bring to the program as well, Ebony. We also have Ms. Yushira Rodriguez in the house. Yushira? Yushira is actually a volunteer tutor for our program, and she's been with us a full year now. A full year she's volunteered her services to our program. We definitely appreciate that. Yushira does math and Spanish, okay? I believe Yushira is graduating this year. Am I right, Yushira? Okay, so congratulations to you. We have some peer tutors who we want to acknowledge, Anderson Young and Jamie Thigpen. Hey. We appreciate the services that these students also give back to the program, because they're students just like you are, but they take time out of their schedule to make sure that they're able to offer you some things that you may benefit from them, okay? Did I leave anybody out? I hope I didn't, as far as the staff. Awesome, right. We do want to give special thanks to a couple of individuals here tonight, and you guys, I'm gonna have to step back and read since I can't see the screen. We want to acknowledge the administration, which will include Dr. James Clobber. He's our new president. Have you guys had an opportunity to meet Dr. Clobber yet? Any of the students? Several of you guys may have traveled with the school to Montgomery on last Thursday, and Dr. Clobber was there. He is not with us tonight. He had a change in his schedule, but he does support the Emerging Scholars Program and wants you guys to know that he is extremely happy for all of the things that you've accomplished. We want to acknowledge Dr. Alicia Taylor, who's our vice president. I think many of you guys have met her or spoken with her. We want to acknowledge Dr. Kermit Carter, who's in the audience tonight. Dr. Carter is our Dean of Student Affairs, and he's my immediate supervisor, so give good comments about him. But we do appreciate your support as well, Dr. Carter. He's always attending activities or events that we have, and he is one who you can definitely go to if you do have any remarks or concerns as it relates to Calhoun and Student Affairs. Our public relations team has helped us tremendously this year, as well as the printing department, grants administration. All of this that you guys see tonight, your tables and all that stuff, the maintenance crew did it. So we could not be here tonight in this setting without the help of them. And we do appreciate the IT department. Mr. Tyler is in the back helping us. Should we have any technical difficulties tonight, we want to say thank you, Tyler, for being available to work with us tonight as well. All right, let's get started with our Friends of Trio. Are you guys familiar with Friends of Trio? I know that you are, because you nominated these individuals and you also voted on them. But this year, we're highlighting two individuals, a faculty and a staff person, who has really shown support to our program participants. This is strictly student-driven. Students make the nominations, Huntsville, Decatur campus, and they also vote on who they feel is most deserving of the award. So it says a lot about what our students are seeing in the classroom and the experiences that they have when they go in and out of your offices. And this year, we want to recognize Mr. Wesley Harris. He's our staff member. Mr. Harris is a staff member who supports and encourages our participants. He's from the Advising Center here at the Decatur campus, and he's also an orientation instructor. We have for Mr. Harris a plaque that reads, Friend of Trio, presented to Wesley Harris in recognition of an outstanding job in supporting the Trio Emerging Scholars Program, 2014-2015, Calhoun Community College. Thank you very much, Wesley. We appreciate you. Next up is our faculty friend of Trio, who is Mr. Arthur Morris. Mr. Morris is in our math department here, and as you can tell, several of our students have had his class and have enjoyed the teaching experience and learning experience with him. And we definitely want to acknowledge you, Mr. Morris, for all that you've done with our participants, and he also is a true supporter of TRIO. I have a plaque from Mr. Morris as well. It reads, "Friend of TRIO, presented to Arthur Morris in recognition of an outstanding job in supporting the TRIO Emerging Scholars Program, 2014-2015, Calhoun Community College." So it's good to know that you guys are really involving yourselves on campus and that you're paying attention and getting that good service outside of emerging scholars, which you're getting in your classroom, and you're also getting it in other departments on campus. So we want to keep the Friend of TRIO Award going. We have done this now, I think it's our 4th year for doing it, and it's exciting to see how the recipients respond whenever I send out the notification to them, because they're not aware of it, and several times they're often wondering, well, why me? And I'm thinking, why not you? You know, you have worked so hard with our participants as well as other students on campus, and we want to make sure that your work is noticed, and we want to make sure that you know that we appreciate you here at the Emerging Scholars Program, and we thank you guys for being great supporters of the program. Next, we want to acknowledge our Calhoun top 10 most outstanding students. And this is something that's done every year with the college. You guys know that there are a ton of students who attend school here, and each year, 10 students are selected as the most outstanding. And I pride our program in always having representation in top 10. And I would really like to dominate with like 7 or 8, or maybe all 10, so I'm working on that. Hint, guys, keep working hard so that all this stuff can be noticed. This year, we had several nominations, and we pulled out with several recipients. So to say that you are top 10 out of 11,000 students, to me says a whole lot, you know. That says that you've done exceptionally well in your classes, that says that you've done exceptionally well on campus, that people are noticing you, that they recognize the work that you've done, and that they know that you are a part of something that's really positive. So this year, our top 10 recipients, if you'll stand when I call your name, please. And also, these students were recognized at our Honors Day program, which was held last Friday. So they were able to receive their top 10 awards then. Mr. James Burton. James is serving as one of our photographers and videographers for tonight, so among his many talents, he's also great in those areas. James' major is microcomputer application, and he is from Huntsville, Alabama. His goal is to complete his education at Athens State and obtain a position where he can be challenged to use his various skills in photography, videography, audio recording, computer use, data analysis, writing, and public speaking. And James's GPA is a 4.0. So you see, you are truly among stars, because to carry a 4.0 GPA as a college student is something that you don't hear a lot about. And James, we congratulate you on that. Our next top 10, Ms. Brittany Locke. Brittany is actually a second generation ESP participant. Her mom was in the program, and she did exceptionally well when she was with us, but this is about Brittany tonight. So Brittany's major is general studies, and she's from Calhoun. Brittany's goal is to obtain an accounting degree from University of Alabama in Huntsville in order to eventually help others to manage their money and complete their taxes correctly. So we'll be able to call on Brittany to come back and do some financial literacy for the program, okay? Brittany is carrying a 3.7 GPA. These GPAs are cumulative, so it's not just for the semester. This means that these students have done exceptionally well from the start of their classes all the way through to the end. So they've carried these high GPAs for every class that they've taken, not just for one particular semester. Jamie Day Jamie's major is general studies as well, and she is living in Athens, but she's from Connecticut. Okay? Jamie's goal is to obtain a bachelor's degree in sociology and a master's degree in psychology in order to counsel youth and young adults with addiction and behavioral disorders. Jamie's GPA is 3.8. Okay, so those were our 3 students who were chosen as top 10. So 10 out of 3 is not bad, right? Okay. You guys are doing great things, and don't ever forget to let people know that you're a part of Emerging Scholars, because we want folks to remember what you've done, and we want them to remember what was available to you. And the more that you promote the program, the more visibility we have, the more confidence individuals have in the program, and the more students will want to join. Because if we have 3 out of 10 students who are top 10, whose GPAs are 3.7 and above, to me, that says a whole lot. That says a whole lot about you as a student, and it also says a whole lot about our program, because I think we're offering things that really benefit you guys. Okay, so congratulations to you. We want to move on to our who's who among students in American junior colleges. And just like the top 10 students, these individuals were recognized at our Honor State program as well on last Friday. If you are in the audience, when I call your name again, if you'll please stand. Mr. James Burton. Ms. Reid Law. Ms. Jane Bigman. Ms. Jamie Rogers and Ms. Teresa Ryer. And those 2 individuals are not here because one is actually taking a final and the other one is working. So if you'll notice that there are several students' names who will appear tonight who may not be here physically because they're either taking their finals or they have work or another obligation. But we do want to recognize them in their absence. So our who's who, again, Jamie, Brittany, Jamie, James, and Teresa. Okay, we're going to start giving out a few awards, and these will be certificates that we're giving out. These will be our Jubilee Scholars. Our Jubilee Scholars, there are 3 categories: silver, gold, and platinum. And your category is based on your GPA that you carried from the spring to the fall semester. Because your grades have not posted yet for the semester we're in now, we could not include those. So if you attended school last spring up through this past fall, then your GPA was considered. We want to congratulate our Silver Jubilee Scholars, who are students who maintain a 3.0 to a 3.49 GPA through fall 14. When we call your name, we have awards for you here at the table if you'll come to receive your certificate, please. And if you don't mind, hold your applause until the end because we do have a lengthy list. Okay? Mr. Mark Bratney, I don't think Mark is here tonight. Ms. Sean Ballard, Savannah Bauer. Okay. Shelly Castro, Vanessa Cherry, Ms. Shanella Collins. If you guys want to meet Ms. Jordan at the table, she'll have your award. Mr. Alois Cooper. Ms. Annie Malone. Ms. Victoria, and Ms. Brittany Young. Are you here, Brittany? Okay. You want to accept it on her behalf? Anderson? Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we want to say congratulations to all of our Silver Jubilee Scholars. Up next, we have our Gold Jubilee Scholars, and these students have actually maintained a 3.5 to a 3.99 GPA throughout fall 2014. And again, the list is a little lengthy. I'm gonna actually go through and only call those names of faces that I've seen tonight, but we will have certificates for those students who are not here with us. Mr. Kevin Calhoun. Ms. Mashika Garth, We're gonna take a short commercial break. So while we take a commercial break, let's talk a little bit more about what we do in Emerging Scholars. And I know the participants are very familiar with it, but for those of you guys who are not participants or who are just visiting with us tonight, we want you to know some of the services that our students are receiving. We do study skill workshops, as I mentioned, that are facilitated by Mr. Reid. Our study skill workshops help our students to focus on things like time management and note-taking. Other areas would include test anxiety and stress management. All of these study skill workshops are designed to help them to increase their skills so that their grades would continue to be well and that they would have more confidence in the classroom. Other things that we do in Emerging Scholars would include cultural enrichment activities and transfer counseling. We also do financial literacy, which I mentioned Brittany's going to come back and help us with once she's done with her associate degree, with her bachelor's degree, I'm sorry. And also we want to make sure that our students are aware of the computer lab that we have in the Chastain Student Center. That computer lab is there for you all to use at any point where you need to come in and maybe do some research, or if you're looking to check your email, or if you just need a quiet place to study. There's free printing there for our students also. Okay? Now back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, our Gold Jubilee Scholars, as I mentioned, have 3.5 to 3.99 GPAs. And we're going to begin with Mr. Kevin Cottle, Ms. Mashika Gar, Ms. Brittany Locke, Mr. Justin Long, Ms. Rachel Warner, Mr. Jalen Robinson. Why not? Give my hand up. Ms. Jennifer Walstead. Congratulations, you guys, on maintaining that GPA 3.5 through 3.99. We know it's very difficult and challenging at times, particularly when you're in classes that you're not as comfortable with. Several of our students are wanting to go into the health science field, so they are taking microbiology and anatomy and physiology and all of those. And Brittany and Tiffany Tyndall, if you guys want to come on up and get your certificates as well. Come on, Twinkies. These are our twins from the Huntsville campus, and we just adore them. Aren't they cute? So to maintain the GPA that these students have says quite a bit about their study habits, also about their commitment to the finishing of their program of study, and we do want to congratulate each of them on a job well done. Our next category will be our Platinum Scholars. These students have maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout fall of 2014. I think that in itself deserves a round of applause. Several of these students are returning students to the Emerging Scholars Program, but a number of them are new as well. We want to congratulate Mr. James Burton, Ms. Justice Cosby, Ms. Jamie Thigpen, and Mr. Anderson Young. So they have worked extremely hard to hold on to those A's from one semester to the next. And we are so excited to have them as part of Emerging Scholars, and they are most deserving of every award that they can receive. Not only are they carrying those high GPAs, but again, they give up their time and their knowledge to other participants who are in the program. Most of them are leaders or are potential leaders, and we want to make sure that we acknowledge them as well for that. We want to acknowledge our graduates and transfers. We will be losing these students to four-year institutions or to the workforce. It's bittersweet because we don't want to see them go, but at the same time, we're pushing them out the door because we know that the next level that's in store for them is much higher than what they can achieve here at Calhoun. So we don't want you to look back in a sad way and say, oh no, I don't want to go. We want you to look forward to what's coming, to those higher heights that we want you guys to reach, and we want to make sure that you know that we're here. So if you need us, you can always call or you can email, but we don't want you to stop. We don't want you to end your careers here at Calhoun if your initial goal was to transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. We don't want you to give up and not continue to pursue that career that you want. We want you to work hard and make sure that you're happy with the outcome that you have because you have worked so hard for that. So let's acknowledge our graduates and transfers. We do have some awards for them as well. If you want to meet Ms. Jordan at the table, she will present you with what we have. Our graduates for this year include Ms. Lisa Cherry, Ms. Shamela Collins, Melly Mel. Shamela's my sidekick. She gives me all the life I need when I'm at the Huntsville campus, and if I'm ever afraid of anything, I just y'all don't want me to push Shamela on you, Shamela from New York, so she got that swag about her. And she works at the police department, so you really don't want to mess up, you don't really want to mess with me like that, because Shamela got my back. We're going to miss Shamela, and we have enjoyed having you in our program. And we definitely want to wish you well in all that is in store for you. Ms. Brittany Locke. As I stated earlier, Brittany has accomplished quite a number of things here, top 10 and who's who, and she's very active on campus. So not only is she just a student and doing well in the classroom, but she's doing well in other activities and clubs as well. So congratulations to you, Brittany. Miss Victoria O, and I'm going to learn how to pronounce your last name before tonight is over. Victoria's okay with that though. Victoria's at the Huntsville campus, and then she migrated over here to Decatur when she got into the Surge Tech program, but we have definitely enjoyed having her presence among us, both at Huntsville and here in Decatur. And she's always positive and she's always smiling. So even when you're having a bad day, if you run into Victoria, you're surely to have a smile on your face before she leaves because she's such a wonderful person. We want to congratulate Miss Jodia Rogers, or Reid, as we all know her. Reid is finishing up with her associate's degree, but she just came into the office earlier this week and notified us and showed us a letter that she has been accepted into. Hello, there we go. That she has been accepted. That she's been accepted into the nursing program. So congratulations, Reid. Miss Jamie Thickpen. That's JT right there, JT. Jamie is finishing up here and moving on to Athens State. And Jamie's a scholarship recipient at Athens State as well. It's just up the road, and as we discussed earlier this week, we won't ever lose Jamie because we know her heart is so connected with emerging scholars. She is one of those participants who tells everybody about our program. And she speaks so highly of it, and she's always willing to offer her testimony to students. So we encourage Jamie to continue to do that, and we know that you're going to do well in your chosen career. We want to congratulate again Ms. Brittany Tyndall. Brittany is graduating and transferring on to Jacksonville State University. And Brittany is also a scholarship recipient for Jacksonville, so she's going to have a lot of funds coming to her on behalf of Jacksonville to attend their school, so we are definitely proud of you for that, Brittany. Also, we want to congratulate Tiffany Tyndall. Tiffany is also transferring over to Jacksonville State University, and it's just up the road, and as I have mentioned to their mom, that we'll keep checking on them. We'll make sure that they're doing well. We'll do a surprise visit, kind of like a campus visit or something. But we're really checking them out to make sure they're still doing their work. And lastly, we want to congratulate Anderson Bushy Young. Anderson is graduating and moving on to Lipscomb University. I kind of feel like Anderson is one of my children. Long story, but I won't go into it. Anderson has been our work study student. He served as a student leader here with the Emerging Scholars. He's just an outstanding individual, and we're so proud of him because it's hard to get males to come through the program who maintain, who are active, who are so respectful, and just really give their all. And Anderson has really been a star for us, and we're definitely proud of him. We're going to miss you, Bunchy, but we know that Lipscomb is going to treat you well. Anderson is a scholarship recipient from Lipscomb as well. And I think it just says a whole lot about him. As an out-of-state student going on to Nashville, which is just up the road, so he'll be okay. We are extremely excited about him. And Anderson's decision to attend Lipscomb was made this past summer when we went to visit Lipscomb for a campus visit. So the campus visits pay off. You guys are exposed to schools that you may never have thought about, and you're also introduced to some different things that you may not normally see in your hometown or that you may not get just in the city of Huntsville or in Athens. So we want to make sure that you broaden your circle and that you look at some of these institutions. Had we not visited Lipscomb, I don't know if Anderson would have thought about them before, nor if he would have even considered attending school there or even have known about it. So the campus visits really pay off, and we're extremely proud of him. He is, like I said, a star, but I'm not stop. As you can tell, we're Anderson. So congratulations, graduates. Next, we want to highlight our transfer students. Is this one working? No? Okay, we want to highlight our transfer students. Mr. Larry Snow, who's already transferred, he's over at the University of Alabama. Roll Tide to y'all. But Larry actually started at UA in the fall, and he was an institutional scholarship recipient here while he was at Calhoun. Larry is from the Huntsville campus, so the Decatur students didn't get a chance to experience him, but he was very, very insightful, a non-traditional student returning after he had sat out for quite a while, but he was determined, and as we can tell, his determination has paid off because he is now at the University of Alabama. And we also want to recognize Ms. Sion Stewart, who's not here tonight. Sion is working, but Sion is going to be transferring to Dillard University, if I'm not mistaken, in New Orleans. So again, you know, our students are really moving forward, and they're positioning themselves to receive scholarships or acceptance letters into these very highly regarded institutions. Congratulations, graduates and transfers. Okay, next we want to recognize our students with outstanding achievements. And as I call your name, if you will, meet Ms. Jordan at the table to receive your certificate. And I will highlight some of the things that you guys have done for this year. First, we want to begin with Ms. Deja Golden. And Deja is an Emerging Scholars Work Study student, so she's with us several days throughout the week, helping us with different office things that we have for her, and we've seen Deja grow in a number of areas. And Deja is also a participant or a member of the Black Student Alliance. Ms. Amori Burks. Amori is one of our leaders for the Emerging Scholars Program, and I believe this is Amori's first year as a leader with us, so she gives up her time to help us to promote the program as well as to inspire her fellow participants. She's also a member of Club Trio, and she was a scholarship recipient through the Emerging Scholars Program. Next is Mr. James Burton. As I mentioned, James is a top 10 most outstanding student. He's also who's who among American students in junior colleges and universities. He's a leader for the Emerging Scholars Program, among other things to include PTK, SKD, and he also is a scholarship recipient for the Emerging Scholars Program. Mr. Kevin Powell. Kevin is the leader for the Emerging Scholars Program at the Huntsville campus, and we are excited to have him there. When we're not there, he's able to voice or to represent the program in a very positive way, and we definitely appreciate that. And Kevin was also on the names list for fall 2014. Ms. Shanella Collins. Shanella is the leader as well at the Huntsville campus. And as I told you guys earlier, you don't want to miss me because Shanella got my back. Shanella's at your back. Shanella is also a member of Sigma Kappa Delta. Ms. Mashika Garth. Mashika is a member of the Early Childhood Development Club. She participates in Partners in America, Service Learning, and she too is a leader for the Emerging Scholars Program here at the Decatur campus. She gives of her time. She's always asking how can she help us or if there's anything that we need her to do, so we definitely appreciate that from you, Mashika. She serves as the secretary for Club Trio, and she too has received a scholarship through our program. And not only that, but she's transferring to Athens and she's receiving a student-based scholarship from them. Ms. Kayla Horton. Kayla is the secretary for the Black Student Alliance, and she also is a work study student for the Emerging Scholars Program. You guys probably have heard Kayla or seen heard her voice or seen her face when you come through our offices. Just like Deja, she helps us tremendously with making sure that we keep things together for you all. And they have both contributed quite a bit to tonight's event. So Kayla and Deja, I want to say thank you guys. Ms. Kathleen Kelly. Kathleen makes the best chocolate brownies. She is also a member of the Emerging Scholars Leaders and Club Trio, and we definitely appreciate Ms. Kelly. Even on days that we're not hosting events or the leaders are not responsible for contributing their time, she's asking, how can I help? Is there anything that I can do? And we know that you guys don't have to do that, but I want to say thank you for doing that, and we definitely appreciate it. It's nothing like having your face all over campus when you can't physically be there. So people may hear Emerging Scholars, but they don't really know what it is until they see you all. So to see your faces throughout campus and to see you so actively involved and doing so well in your classes, that's a whole lot, and I want to thank you all for that. Ms. Reid Law. As mentioned earlier, Brittany is top 10, who's who. She's also our Miss Calhoun for the Decatur campus. And I'm thinking she's gonna let me borrow her crown. So no, she don't miss my hair. Well, yes, okay. Brittany was also on the Dean's list. She's a participant in the Baptist Campus Ministry. She's actually their president, and she's also the president of Student Government Association, vice president of Live United. She's a member of PTK. She has received the UA Huntsville Super Scholars Transfer Scholarship, and she's also a scholarship recipient for the Student Government Association. Next is Mr. Justin Long. You can't see something, Justin. Justin said I get that walk from the back. So Justin was sitting up front. And he moved to the back so he can have a longer walk. You guys get to hear more about him. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that swag. I mean, nobody has it like that. Which is why Justin is Mr. Calhoun for the Decatur campus. He's also a member of Baptist Campus Ministries, Phi Beta Kappa, and he has also received a scholarship through Emerging Scholars. Next, we have Miss Annie Malone. Miss Malone is like, me? Yes, you. Annie is a scholarship recipient of the Emerging Scholars Program from fall 2014. Miss Rachel Markle. Rachel is a member of Phi Theta Kappa, and she was also on the Dean's List for fall 2014. So I hope you guys can make a note of all of these stars that you are among, because these students are going to do great things that have a lot of potential, and you never know. You know, you want to make these connections now because they may have something for you or can help you. Or network with you a little bit later. So make your connections now, and you can say, well, I remember, you know, when we were at Calhoun and we had the studies together in the SSS lab. And now you're the CEO of this big company. I kind of need you to help me out a little bit, you know. So, but I do believe that our students have great potential and that you guys can accomplish any goal that you set forth. So continue to work hard and you'll see all of that come to pass for you. We have next Miss Victoria. Victoria is a scholarship recipient from the Emerging Scholars Program as well. Mr. Jalen Robinson. Jalen is one of our participants from the Huntsville campus. So Jalen, thank you for coming over to visit with us today. We appreciate you. Jalen is the Emerging Scholars Scholarship recipient from fall 2014. Miss Jodita Riel Rogers. Riel is a leader for the Emerging Scholars Program, and she also works at the institution as a work study student. Congratulations. We have Ms. Brittany Tindall. As I mentioned, Brittany is the recipient of the Jacksonville State University Presidential Scholarship, and she was also on the Dean's List. Now we're going to take some of these pictures over again because I'm not in any of them. I just noticed that. Ms. Jordan ain't said a word. She didn't say, Ms. Jordan, you want me to help you out with that? So you get some of these pictures. You ain't said just over there, cheese. Ooh, say I'm over here. All right, next we have Ms. Tiffany Tindall. Tiffany, your name is in lights, girl. You see that? Superstar. Tiffany is a scholarship recipient from Jacksonville State University, and she also was on the Dean's List. Now I'm about to be tired of reading all this Jamie Big Pen. Jamie is a top 10 most outstanding student here at Calhoun. Who's who. I'm gonna let you walk slow because I got a whole lot to say. James graduated as a magna cum laude. I was a thank you laude. Jamie is also an emerging scholars leader. And again, like I said, we appreciate the service that you guys give to us. She's the president of Club Trio. She participated in SKD and PTK, scholarship recipient for Athens, scholarship recipient for Emerging Scholars, scholarship recipient for the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and she also is a scholarship recipient for the AI Association. And I'm extremely happy for the AI scholarship for Jamie because this is the first time in AI's history that we've had a student from our TRIO program to receive that. And there are only 2 scholarships that are given out. There's one for high school students, and then there's one for college students. So out of all of the scholarship applications that went forward, Jamie's was selected, and she was the one chosen to receive that scholarship. And that says a whole lot about you, Jamie, But it also says that AI needs to be on the lookout because we want to make sure that we continue that. We don't want this to just be a one-time deal. So you guys, whenever we mention scholarship opportunities to you, we're telling you these things because we feel like you're most deserving of them. And you can put forth a little bit of effort, we can put forth that same amount and try to get you some scholarships that you're most deserving of. Okay. Ms. Jennifer Walstead. Jennifer is the Emerging Scholars Leader. She's the treasurer for Club Trio. Jennifer, oh, that's not one. All right. Jennifer is a member of SKD. She's the Vice President of Membership and Communications for Phi Beta Kappa. She's received a scholarship through the Emerging Scholars Program. She's been on the names list for fall 2014. And she was also selected as Emerging Scholar Student of the Month. Congratulations. Bungie. Mr. Anderson Young. Anderson also serves as a leader. He's the Vice President of Club Trio, Vice President and Historian for Sigma Kappa Delta. He is a member of Phi Beta Kappa. Anderson finished in December as magna cum laude. And again, I must repeat, I was a thank you laude. Anderson was most outstanding student chosen for pre-engineering, and he also received an engineering scholarship for Liston University. An outstanding student, or most outstanding student for pre-engineering would be everybody at the institution who's majoring in that, and Anderson was the top. So that's a lot. All right, Ms. Vanessa Zander. Vanessa is an emerging leader, or scholars leader. She's at the Huntsville campus, so we appreciate your presence there for us, Vanessa. And Vanessa also serves as a work study student at the Huntsville campus. Congratulations to all of our students with outstanding achievements. It is my hope that we did not overlook anyone, and if we did, it was clearly on accident. We do ask that you guys make us aware of some of the awards or honors that you're receiving so that we can acknowledge you for those things. If we did miss you, then just get with us on Monday and we will prepare your certificate and make sure that we add your name to our list of students who are receiving these awards. Next, we're going to go forward with our leaders, and Ms. Jordan will do these because I'm about to get in some of these pictures. All right. Let's do another camera list. All right, you see, we love to have a good time here in the Emerging Scholars Program. You guys doing okay? Yeah. All right, so we're going to go along. I'm going to present our leaders for the 2014-15 academic year. Here it is right here. So as I call your name, please go and see Miss Little for your award.
And picture.
And take it a lot. All right, so we have Ms. Omar Burks, Mr. James Burton. You guys can all come up at once. Mr. Kevin Call, representing the Huntsville campus, Ms. Vanessa Cherry, Ms. Shamel Collins, Ms. Marlena David, Ms. Mashika Gar, Ms. Kathleen Kelly, Ms. Jodea Riel Rogers, Ms. Jamie Bigpen, Ms. Jennifer Walstead, Mr. Anderson Young, and Ms. Vanessa Zander. Let's give up all our leaders. Our leaders were absolutely amazing this year. I kind of put some of them kind of on a, not a probation, I don't want to call it, but last semester, I always tell them, we preach about character and integrity all the time. They always hear that from Ms. Jordan.
And so I kind of allowed them not to do too much in the fall because I really wanted them to show themselves strong in their academics. And I believe almost everybody up there proved themselves and at least have a 3.0 GPA and above. So congratulations, leaders. And if you're wondering, how do you become the Emerging Scholars leaders? Good question, glad you asked. Let me tell you real quick. The way to become a leader, we are very observant. We watch and see more than you guys think or believe that we see on campus. And so we have an interest meeting at the beginning of the academic year. And so you guys will begin to see postings about the interest meeting probably around late July, early August. And so we do an interest meeting call, and anyone who is interested and you may meet the requirements to become a leader, you have the option to become a peer mentor or a SAC member, which means Student Advisory Council. And our SAC members, they are responsible for voting for your Student of the Month. Your Student of the Month participants, they are nominated by staff, and then they are anonymously voted on by our staff members. So your staff members, they don't know who they're voting for. They just vote upon the nominations. And also our peer mentor, normally they are linked up with another participant in the program who is their first semester. And so, for example, if you are a nursing major student and we have a pre-nursing student, we try to link that particular mentor with that mentee. And so it's a lot of hard work, but it pays off. A lot of our leaders, they receive scholarships. Now hold on, let me press pause on this. Because I don't remember doing all those extra photos when I was up there. This is the way out program, I think. But on a serious note, it's a great honor to become a leader, but it takes hard work, and our leaders are our eyes and ears of the program, and they're also our voice on the programs, in the program. So again, give our 2014-15 leaders a hand. All right, moving on along. We want to say thank you to all our Emerging Scholars tutors. As we call, sorry, gotta put that. Spirit Awards is on here. That's all. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'll do. I will announce it. Y'all can see me walk. Alright, so we're going to announce all of our Spirit Awards tonight. So as I call your name, and how the Spirit Awards work, all of the staff, we nominate certain participants by a certain category. So first we're going to start off with most devoted. This participant means that they were devoted to all of, committed to their program requirements, and just devoted to the program. They wear SSS, they talk about SSS, wherever they go, we could always depend on them. So we have Mr. Kevin Cottle for the high school campus. I'll let you take your picture of this still. Next we have most devoted Ms. Shamela Collins. Our next category, we have most improved. This means this participant has shown improvement over the semester, either through their character or through their academics in their courses. Most improved, we have Ms. Justice Cosby. And next, he's not here tonight, I don't believe. Most improved, Mr. Carrington Coffee. Is Carrington here? No, he's not. Let's give him a hand. Next category, we have most participation, and this pretty much means this is these are students who have participated the most through all their program requirements and some. First, we have Ms. Jamie Thigpen. And I believe he's here tonight, but we have Mr. James Knighton for most participation.
This is the one thing that James didn't come through. He's done everything.
Like literally, going to every workshop. All right, let's give them a round of applause. New participants, our next category. Pretty much between this participant, this is their first semester in the program, and so they have just shown great enthusiasm. They have been committed to their program requirements, and have shown great, just great participant leadership skills, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, the new participant award goes to Justin Long, our Mr. Calhoun, the smooth walk. Yeah, leave me alone. Our next new participant we have, just too much. Next we have Miss Rachel Markham. And our next participant, I don't think she's here tonight. Again, just like Jane, she's been to almost everything we've had this semester. That's Miss Jessica Love. So give her a round of applause. And our most spirited, again, they have great spirit about themselves. They always have a smile on their face. They always have a positive word that's rolling off their lips, either to the staff member or to another participant. For our most spirited, we have Ms. Kathleen Kelly. And our next most spirited, which I'm not surprised at all, Ms. Jennifer Walstead. Our last category, most motivational. Okay, motivational again, kind of in regards to the most spirited. They always have a positive word. They're very motivational. They're just always just motivating other participants, even motivating staff. Just even on their worst day, they always have something positive and motivating to say. Our most motivational, Miss Victoria O. And our next most motivational, Bunchy, Anderson Young. All right, so let's give it for all of our Spirit Award participants. All right, sorry, Miss Reid, I'll take those. I'm sorry. There you go.
So for those who don't, does everybody know me? I think all the students do. For those who don't know me, my name is Mr. Joshua Reid. I am the Academic Enrichment Coordinator. So I do supervise or coordinate, I guess I should say it's a better word, the tutorial component and all the study skills workshops. So all of you students, if you were placed with a tutor this semester, I was the one that helped place you with a tutor. So I want to thank you though, first of all, for working with me, being my first year here. This is now finishing up my second semester, so I just want to thank you all for being very patient with me as I try to learn all the new ropes and everything going on with that. I would like to really give a big thanks to all of our tutors because without them, the tutoring program would not be here, okay? I mean, because there's no way I could do all this. And the tutors in the program have been very helpful with me and very patient with me also. So I just want to give you all big thanks. And as I call your name, please come over here to see Miss Little. She will have a certificate for you. So we have Miss Tammy Gilbert, who is not here. She was with us previous semester. She took over Englishes. Miss Ebony Lawless. Miss Ebony has been very helpful. She has tutored most of our English, reading, I think some histories. So she's very well-rounded in her subjects. Miss Yashira Rodriguez. She has done an amazing job. She's one of our volunteer tutors, so she actually volunteers and donates her time to come up here and help you guys and gives her time so that you can be successful in your classes. We have our other two, which are Miss Jamie Thigpen. She is one of the program participants, and she also volunteers her time to help students in the social sciences, such as sociology and some psychologies, I do believe. She kind of pushed me away from psychology this semester, so she let me know more. Anderson Young. A really thank you, Mr. Anderson Young. because he does all of our upper level mathematics courses, which if you know me, I don't really do math that well. So, Mr. Anderson Young. And then we have a really special award for one of our tutors who, even though I've only been here for just a year, she's been here for quite a while with Miss Little, working with Miss Little and working with our students. And if you ask any of the students who's ever been with her, there's nothing but positive things always being said about her. She's an amazing teacher. She's an amazing tutor. She helps me with all my coursework. I mean, I've never heard anything negative about her. It's always been uplifting. So we really want to give a big round of applause for Ms. Ava Green.
Ms. Green is truly dedicated to trio. She and I started maybe 30 days between each other. I started in June of 2004, and Ms. Green started in July of 2004. So she and I have been riding together for a long time. And Ms. Green is an outstanding individual. She works well with our students. Our students love her. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of them don't think they could live through math without Ms. Green. So she gets quite a number of requests. And this year we thought that it was most appropriate to give Ms. Green something a little different than what we've given her in the past. So she's receiving a plaque, and it says Tutor Appreciation Award. With our deepest appreciation, Ms. Ava Green. Thank you for your tireless efforts and devotion to our students and their success. Thank you for all your help and patience. May 7, 2015, Calhoun Community College.
Now I'll turn it back over to Ms. Little.
Here I come. Okay, we're going to do something, just a slight break in the awards, and we're going to allow a couple of our participants to come up and give their reflections on their experience with the TRIO program. We're just going to go in alphabetical order here. We have a total of 4 students who will be sharing with us on tonight, and I'm going to call all of their names at once, but then they'll just follow each other after the one right before it's done. We're going to hear from Mr. Kevin Calhoun, Ms. Shamela Collins, Ms. Kathy Kelly, and then Ms. Victoria. Kevin? And all of this stuff is what they are saying on their own. I didn't coach them, and I didn't tell them to say that Ms. Little is totally awesome, and they really enjoy being in the program because of it.
How everybody doing tonight? All right. I'm a non-traditional student. I never even dreamed that I would ever go to college, and once I came and I found out about trios and the Emerging Scholars Program, it really gave me the confidence and courage and to know that I could really do it. I mean, just knowing that I have somebody who's got my back, and no matter what obstacle I came across, there's always somebody there that I could turn to, whether it be personal or something to do with school. You have somebody to talk to, and the advisors, they're really nice, and somebody that has the confidence in you to know that you can do it. So for me, that was really important in pushing me, and to know that to give me the confidence that I could really do it, because I never thought in a million years I would go to college. I mean, even after high school, all my friends, they were going to college. Said, that's something that never crossed my mind. And today when I see some of my old friends, and I tell them, hey, I'm in school at Calhoun, they can't believe it. But a lot of the credit has to go to emerging scholars in this program, and everybody that I see. Even a girl who's in my class, we had a final tonight, and she was like, "What's going on?" I said, "It's emerging scholars," and she's like, I said, "You need to check into it. It's just really a great program." She's gonna, I think Monday she's gonna come and see you guys. But anybody I can tell, because this is a program that I believe every college needs, because not everybody has that support behind them, and it's really been a blessing to me, and I hope that it's been a blessing to everybody else.
Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I'm not a good public speaker, but as Ms. Little stated that I'm blessed to be in the Emergency Scholars Program. One of my co-workers, I've mentioned to them that I wanted to go back to school because as Ms. Little said, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I went to college up there, didn't decide what I wanted to do, so I dropped out. And my husband told me it took me to come to Alabama to graduate from college. But I thank you for being my support. Ms. Little, I want to thank you for being my motivation, my inspiration, and always telling me to keep going no matter what situation I'm in. Ms. Jordan, I want to thank you for guiding me in the right direction as far as academics. I never thought I'd be graduating next Friday. I truly appreciate you. I will never forget you and your funny remarks. Dumb campus visits, dumb talks that we used to have. I just want to thank you. Ms. Green, I truly appreciate you getting me to do math, because me and math don't get along at all. But every other Tuesday, I truly appreciate your time and you working with me. When my son had a doctor's appointment, you still managed to help me get through those 2 high math courses, and I truly thank you. But Emerging Scholars, I would recommend it to anybody. Once I graduate, I'll still recommend it to anybody because it is a good program. It got me through 2 years of college. So when my kids be like, Mommy, you got a college degree? Yes, thanks to your daddy and Emerging Scholars. But one other person I would like to thank is my husband because it wasn't easy working at the jail 12 hours, going to school, and dealing with other personal situations. He stuck by me, and I thank you for that. But graduate, I'm ready. One accomplishment down. Jamie Anderson, it was a pleasure being with y'all, and I thank everybody in the Emerging Scholars Program.
Yay, I'm next. I don't really know what to say because pretty much everyone that's been up here has said it. So I was talking about emerging scholars on my way here, and I was like, what should I say? And Miss Jordan and Miss Little both have constantly said that you get out of it what you put into it. And we hear that a lot. So when I first started, didn't put much into it. I'll admit to that, but the longer I was here, the more I put into it. And Arthur Morris took math because I had to, and he was absolutely fantastic. So, and thanks to Miss Ava, I passed his class. And I talked to Miss Ava and I said, hey, I don't need pre-cal, but since I'm on the right track, should I go ahead and take it? And she was like, absolutely, I think you can do it. So I had the opportunity to be tutored by her twice, went in and did pre-cal, was able to opt out of the final. You had to have an A, and I opted out. So I was really excited about that. What Emerging Scholars means to me is friends. When I first started Calhoun, I was like, I'm coming here. I don't care what, I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm here for myself. Gotta get my education, gotta get out of here. And I met Jamie, and I met Anderson, and I met Jennifer, and met a lot of people here. And I was like, wow, you know, hey, I have people that have my back. And I enjoyed it. Anderson, I was so excited when he got his scholarship and when he was going to Lipscomb that it was like, I almost felt like his mama. I was like, that's my boy, that's my boy. and Jamie as well, when Jamie said that she was going to Athens, I was like, oh, wait a minute. What am I going to do with these two not being here, you know? So we've been telling Anderson that he has to get an apartment with extra bedrooms because we're coming to spend the night. Yeah. So, and it's funny because my husband, he speaks a lot and he is always out there and he always introduces me his first speech, he's always like, that's my wife. Points me out, says a little bit about me. So, that's my husband. And I'm impartial. I do think he is the most handsome man in the room. And he's going home with me. So, what can I say, you know? So, emerging scholars. Do I tell everybody about it? Absolutely. If you hear someone that's not so friendly about it, say something to them. You know, Miss Jordan and Miss Little, they work so hard for us to succeed that, you know, we need to support them. The teachers here are great. You know, without them, where would we be? So, thank you, everybody. Thank you for all being my friend, and I'm so excited for you guys. And hey, I'll see you guys next semester.
Hello, everybody. Ms. Later, you said I have only 2 minutes to speak. Okay. Thank you all for allowing me to be here this evening. Because of the limited time that I have, I wrote my point down because I have a lot to talk about this program and what it means to me. Almost like a testimony, or what you might call it. Only if they knew. I have an uneducated mother. My grandparents did not send my mother to school, not because of the money, but because they believe that women's education ends in the kitchen. During that time in Africa, but thank God things have changed now. In 2013, I brought my mom to Huntsville to help me take care of my children while I get my education. During her time of visit, my mother fell sick and spent 7 weeks in the intensive care unit in Huntsville Hospital. Due to lack of her education, my mother was not able to communicate to the nurses or the doctor something as simple as, what is your pain level? Only if my grandparents know that their daughter will one day visit their granddaughter in the United States of America. Education is very important. The Imagine program is a program that is set to empower students to stay in school and to complete their education. What a blessing to have someone that can look out for you. Miss Little, Miss Jordan has been my rock, my backbone, my parent, my sister throughout my study here in Calhoun. Things would have been even harder for me if it wasn't for this amazing program. Thank you. I remember the fall of 2014 when my financial aid was in trouble. And I have nowhere else to turn but the Imagine program. With their help, my financial aid problem was solved. And the best of it all was when I received a phone call from Miss Little. Oh my God. I received a phone call from Miss Little on the last day to be kicked out of the system for non-payment. And she said to me that my financial aid has been approved. I ran out of the classroom and praising the Almighty God for making the impossible possible. Thank you, Ms. Little. Thank you, Ms. Jordan. And Ms. Roger, for all that you are doing each day. May the Almighty God continue to give you a strength to keep on encouraging someone each day. I would like to remind each student here tonight that tough time does not last, but tough people does. Thank you, Emerging Scholar, for being here for me. And I will forever remember you all. Thank you.
And when Victoria said she ran out the classroom, she is not joking. I called her just to deliver the news. And she said, wait a minute, I'm in class, hold on 1 second. I'm in class, wait a minute. Then all I could hear was, and then she said, I said, Victoria? She said, just hold on. And the next thing I hear is, yes! I said, honey, you gotta get it in. You gotta get it in. So, Victoria, you're welcome. Emerging Scholars, you guys are welcome. We are here to service you. We are here to give you what you need. We are here to empower you, and we have not done our job if you don't recognize that. If that hasn't happened for you, we have not done our job. So we thank you guys for allowing us to be in your lives. We thank you for choosing us. We need you. We need you to be in our program. We need you to talk to other students about what Emerging Scholars does. We need you all to be active. We need you all to be here for tonight. So we say thank you to all of the participants, those who are returning, those who are transferring, those who are former students who are here tonight helping us. We definitely appreciate everything that you guys have given to us. And just like we strive to make you all happy, or you all continue to work in your classes, and you feel that we've done so much for you, you will never know how much you guys have done for us as staff persons. You'll just never know. You won't. The stories can last for hours. We're so excited to see you all graduating. We're excited to see you all transferring. We're excited to see you all completing that last math class or getting accepted into the nursing program. So all of that type of stuff is your payback to us. We only ask that you give all that you have so that you can accomplish your goals, and you're doing that. For your listening pleasure on tonight, I will be rendering a selection by, no, I'm just joking. No, but we do have a selection that's going to be rendered by Mr. Marcus Hughes. Marcus is a former participant of the Emerging Scholars Program who transferred over to Alabama A&M and has since graduated. Marcus has an awesome voice, and just like our other former participants, he's always available to give back. So whenever we can, we like to highlight those students who were once a part of Emerging Scholars, and tonight it is Marcus's time to shine. So Marcus, get your shine on.
Thank you, Ms. Little, for having me. And like Ms. Little said, I just say something before I say my song. The program, the Emerging Scholars, it helped me when I was here, and that was like in 2009 before I graduated. And I have the same story just like you. What's her last name? Miss Victoria. Miss Little, wow, she is like a big sister to me. Like she stayed on me when I didn't want to do my work and stuff like that, but she said, Marcus, you gotta get out of here. You gotta go make your money. So that's why when I come back and I see you guys, it's like Miss Little is still doing her thing. Like, oh wow, she's still impact. And Miss Jordan, oh my God, she came my last year, I think around 2009. Oh, it was just like Miss Little found her sister. Miss Emmanuel, like they were two peas in the pie. Like, Mark, you need to get your work. You need to graduate. Mark, you need to graduate. I'm like, oh my God, stop! I am. So I thank them to this day. I have graduated. I'm going on to get my master's soon. So, and The song I want to be singing is His Eyes on the Sparrow. I think it fits the occasion because if it weren't for him, none of this would be Miss Linda, myself, none of y'all. So just pray for me as I sing this song and hope you be blessed. Why should I feel discouraged? And why should the shadows come? Why should my heart feel lonely? Long for my heavenly home. When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is He. His eyes, His on the sparrow, and I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. God's eyes is on the sparrow, and I know He watches. I know He watches me. I sing because I'm happy, and I sing because I'm free. God's eyes is on the sparrow, and I know He watches. Whoa, for me.
I taught that boy everything he knew. Every last one of those, I did that. My goodness, Marcus! Acapella! Hey! He had a little music in the background. Lord have mercy. All right, pass my offering plate. Marcus, thank you so much. You have a lovely voice. As always, we appreciate hearing it, so thank you for that. And it is a reminder that God's eyes on the sparrow. So for those of you who are believers, know that you can and you will go further. Just keep the faith, okay? All right, it's the highlight of the night. Everybody's been waiting. South Phoenix Award. So the Phoenix Award is, we like to think, the coveted award of the Emerging Scholars Program. It is one of those awards that you don't get because of your grades. You don't get it because you bring me cupcakes. You don't get it because you smile all the time. You get it for all of those reasons. You get your Phoenix Award because you have come from what someone would consider to be the lowest of the lows, and you kept the faith, kept striving, kept working, and now you've reached higher heights. So if you all are familiar with the story of the rise of the Phoenix, it's one that was considered nothing, okay? And I like to equate this to trio participants just because of the eligibility criteria. First generation college students, low income, maybe a documented disability, but definitely an academic need. And when you put all of those things together, sometimes people will say that you're underrepresented. They'll say that you're underprepared. They'll say that you may not be able to do it. But we say you can. We say you can because you must. We say you can because it's in you to do it. And we say you can because you have the potential. So with the Phoenix Award, we don't consider your grades, like I said, because you can be a Phoenix with a 2.5 GPA. Or you can be a Phoenix with a 4.0 GPA. The whole thing behind the Phoenix with us is that we like to recognize students who have not given up in the face of adversity. Students who have continued, students who have excelled, students who have done and gone above and beyond what anybody ever thought they could do. So you're looking at a first generation college student, okay? You're looking at a student or person who couldn't go to school without financial aid. Nope, couldn't do it, needed to have Pell. If I didn't have Pell in my back pocket, I probably would have been doing something else because my parents didn't afford to send me. You're looking at an individual who just really didn't know what they wanted to do. I'm still trying to figure it out. So I'm trying to talk to a few of y'all students who are carrying these 4.0 GPAs. But, and I like to say that because I want you guys to know that you have individuals on your team who understand your story. Individuals who know what it means to struggle. Individuals who understand what it means to not have a full team of support, not necessarily because they don't believe in you, but they may not quite know what to tell you or where to direct you. So when we speak to you, we often speak out of our own experiences. We often speak out of what we know to be true because we may have once been in your shoes. So I give you my story so that you will know that you can do this. Bachelor's degree received, master's degree received, and a PhD that will be received, thank you God. I take that. I ain't giving you a date on it, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, but by God's grace, hopefully by the end of the school year, or end of the fiscal year, so we start But I say that not to boast or not to brag, but I say that so that you guys will know that you can do it too, okay? So you can be Dr. Whomever. You can be Dr. Whomever. You can do it. And it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter that you're from Sumner, Mississippi with maybe about 500 folk, no stoplights. It doesn't matter that everybody in your county went to the same high school. It doesn't matter that you rode the bus with your little sister because, you didn't have very far to go. So there was no need for 2 buses to come by. There was no need for that. So if I can do it, I think you all can too. And we want to make sure that you know that. So back to this Phoenix Award. This individual for the Phoenix Award, I cannot stand behind this podium and tell you that this individual is not deserving because he or she has done a whole lot. They have come through a whole lot. They've been through a whole lot. They have seen a whole lot. They have committed themselves to excellence. They have not given up. They continue to encourage. They continue to inspire. They continue to give. And they give selfishly of themselves. It doesn't matter the time. It doesn't matter how often. It doesn't matter for how long. If this individual is asked, they come. If this individual is emailed, they respond and they show up. If this individual is just seen standing around and we have something that needs to be done, they'll do it. This individual calls us and asks us what can they help us with. And we adore that. We adore this because it says that emerging scholars mean something to this person. It says that it's not just a program. It says, I'm not just here because you guys offer a scholarship. It says, I'm not just here because somebody told me it will work for me. They live it, they speak it, and they show it. And because of that, this person is receiving the 2015 Phoenix Award. And I could go on and on and on and on because I don't know if it was me, if what this individual has gone through, if I could continue with the same level of perseverance, not giving up, seeing the positive end, knowing that it's going to come to pass, just dealing with whatever they deal with, and all the while just smiling and saying, yeah, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do it. Doesn't matter what they say, it doesn't matter what they think, I'm gonna show you. And this individual has shown. They've shown me, they've shown all our other staff members, they've shown instructors on campus, they've shown individuals who support us in the community. They've gone to different places and represented the institution, and they've shown them what you're made of. They've shown them that this can be done. They've shown them that I could care less what you think about me. I'm doing this. And I'm doing this for me because I want this, I need this, and I got this. And that individual this year who is receiving the Phoenix Award 2015 for the Emerging Scholars Program is none other than, drum roll please, and by the way, this individual is just Jamie is a conqueror. Jamie is a conqueror. And she deserves this award. And I can remember when Jamie came in the door the first day, and I wanted to share this with you all before, but had I told you before, she would have figured out who it was, so I had to hold it. But I can remember Jamie coming in to the office and, saying, I heard somebody's Emerging Scholars Program, it's not one sit till I walk back, but she from Connecticut, so she hard, she got that northern swag, she like, what else? And so I thought, who in the world? Let me ask her to turn around and come back, and she got all her gold on, and hair all wrapped up, and she wearing her Tims and all that. I said, my goodness, do I talk to her? Do I run? Do I advise her? Do I need to go Chanel? What I need to do. But Jamie, girl, And when she was in her office the other day, she said, I'm like a butterfly. And I said, flutter. Because she is. Jamie came in, and what I saw the first day is not what you see standing before you now. Now, I tell you, when she came in that first day, she was a little hard. I wasn't scared or nothing, but she was a little hard, and she was determined though. And when I said, she was like, I don't care what you think about me. I don't care what you think about my jewelry. I don't care how you feel about me wearing my hair wraps. I'm here for me. I'm gonna go in this class. She was talking just like that. I'm gonna go in this class. I'm gonna make these A's, and then I'm gonna make you one. You know, that's how she was. And I said, ooh, she feisty. She a little feisty or something, you know. And I told Ms. Rogers, I said, how you smell him? And I said, Miss Joy, this little lady from Connecticut, about 2 feet tall, in the office, trying to be hard and, you know, trying to scare people and, you know, you gonna give me my money. I was like, Debo or somebody, you know? But Jamie knew from day one when she came onto campus that she was gonna leave here. And she was gonna leave here with a degree. She was going to leave here with all the confidence that she needed. She knew that she was going to leave here, and she was going to make a mark. So when Jamie leaves and goes to Athens, you all are going to remember her. And you're going to remember her by the things that she's done. You're going to remember her by the words that she's spoken to you. You're going to remember her because you're going to see her face plastered everywhere because she got all of these awards and stuff. But Jamie has really made a transformation. And Jamie, we appreciate you. We do. We appreciate having you. We appreciate your commitment. We appreciate your excellence. We appreciate you being a part of Emerging Scholars. And we're gonna miss you. We expect you to travel back down 31 and, you know, come and drop us off a little macaroni and cheese every once in a while. We expect that. But the award that Jamie is receiving tonight says, Phoenix Award presented to Jamie Digpen for the most outstanding personal achievement during your participation in the TRIO Emerging Scholars Program, 2014-2015. Congratulations, Jamie.
I thought it was going to be burned. I don't know what happened there, but wow, this year has been quite a year for me. I have really shocked myself tonight, and I wish my kids were here to see this, but they were like, Mom, you won't get it. And I'm like, nah, you know, it's other people. I'm gonna get something, but you know, I don't know. And I was rooting for my brother, and I didn't know he's always been rooting for me. And, you know, I say I follow him, he say he follow me, but we follow God. So let's just keep God first, because I did. And I just want to say thank you to my fiance because he has put up with some things for me these last couple of months that made him say, I don't know about this one, but thank you, sweetheart. And to the Emerging Scholars Program. Like I said, I told you guys, I wouldn't have made it without you guys. I wouldn't have got this far without you guys. This program saved my life. I don't know about you guys, but this program saved my life. They were my family when I didn't have the encouragement beside my children. Each and every person in here has touched my life in some way or another, even my homegirl right there, but she's looking out for me on the campus trip, so I feel just like Ms. Little, say something. Say, you represent, because she's like the tall, so small, she got me. Whatever. They ain't worried about you. She got me over there. And this program has had me. The people in this program. Mr. Morris, I'm so glad. I'm like the loudest one when he got his award because he brought me to this program. I came back. I had a little thing going on when I first came here in 2010, and I had a teacher that discouraged me, so I just quit altogether, just from something he said. And when I came back, I had Mr. Morris as a teacher, and I didn't know anything about him. And the first day of class, he's telling us, are we writing down problems? And I'm writing my name over and over again on the notebook like I'm doing something. I'm just writing my name. And after the class, I said, sir, I don't know what's going on. I said, I know in the first part of this, I had an A, but I don't remember anything. And he said, I got you, don't worry about it. He said, come on. And I followed him, and he gave me a pamphlet, and it's been history ever since. I've been in his class for 3 semesters. I got 3 A's. And just all my friends here, Ms. Barbara, Ms. Gail, they helped me last year when they were here. And I can't believe it. I mean, and I said I wasn't gonna cry tonight, so you got me. I knew I wore this dress for sun, you got me. But I just want to encourage all you guys to reach for the stars, because if you'd have told me this a couple of years ago that I would have been up here, I probably would have laughed you out of here. And they know my story. I'm not gonna get into my story, but there's plenty of days I had to come in their office and just like, man, not today. I'm not doing this today. I don't feel like this today. A lot of you guys don't know I have a bone disease, so that kind of hinders me a lot to get up out of the bed in the morning and just make it. And I did it, and it took me 17 years to get here, but I got it. And I moved it on.
So congratulations again, Jamie. We want to give a special thanks to several people who have contributed to tonight, and we want to start with the Calhoun Foundation. They have been very generous with us. We definitely extend our appreciation to them, as well as the Coca-Cola and Dickey's Barbecue. Mr. Marcus Hughes, again, thank you for the wonderful selection. We want to thank Ms. Angie Johnson, who is our photographer for tonight. Ms. Johnson, we appreciate your time. Ms. Gail Simmons and Barbara Coleman, you guys rock. I thank you all. Both Gail and Barbara are former participants of Emerging Scholars. They're both at UAH, and they're doing it over there. And we definitely want to congratulate them on successfully completing their first year at UAH. And thank you again for coming back to help us out tonight. A few individuals who have really contributed to making tonight a success: faculty and staff persons, Ms. Maddie Burks, Ms. LaQuinn Ritchie, Ms. Janice Spencer, Ms. Tessa Parrish, and we definitely want to thank, if you guys don't ever see him, or if you're not quite sure what he does, Mr. Ronald Swopes is a part of the mail team, and he has really helped us out over the last couple of days, throughout the entire year, but specifically the last couple of days. He's picked up items for us from the Huntsville campus and brought them over, or from Huntsville and brought them to Decatur. He's done things for us on today, and we just want to say thank you, Mr. Swopes. He's not here, but we definitely appreciate what he's done. If you all ever see him out on campus, he's always smiling, and just extend your appreciation for what he does, because he does work really hard. I have a couple of announcements too that I want to mention. We want to draw your attention to our spring scholarship deadline that's scheduled tomorrow. So May 8th at 11:45 is the deadline for the spring scholarship. If you are looking to apply to the scholarship, make sure you get your application in to us by that time. Graduation is scheduled for next Friday. We want to make sure that all of you all who are looking to graduate or participating in the exercise, come by and see us on next Friday with your cap and gown, so we can get some final pictures of you. Anytime probably between 4 and I guess 5:30. I'm not quite sure what time you all have to be on campus. But come by and see us so that we can be sure to get some good pictures of you in your cap and gown. For those of you again who are graduating or transferring, complete your exit interview questionnaire. We had some of those out at the front table. If you picked one up, make sure you fill it out and you turn it back in. If we ran out and you're unable to get one, then just see Ms. Jordan and she'll make sure that you get one. And this, you'll need to do it either tomorrow or sometime next week. Summer registration is open, as well as fall registration, so let's make sure we get those classes scheduled. If you're looking to come to summer school, then we are expecting everyone to return in the fall. And also, we want to remind you that we have tutoring available for the summer, so go ahead and get your tutor request in if you're expecting to receive that service. And lastly, our summer classes will begin on the 26th of May. So that's just an idea of the time frame that you guys are working with between now and the start of your next class, okay? We appreciate you all for being here tonight. A special thank you to all of the ESP staff who has worked tirelessly to help put this program together. And we thank you guys for coming. There are a few items, refreshments that are left over. If you guys want to take those, then we encourage you to do that. Please take advantage of the desserts that we have. There are cupcakes and cookies and all of that stuff. I don't want to have to take all of that home, but I will. I really like to share. So if you want chocolate chip or oatmeal, or if you're a cupcake fan, take one home or take one home to your kids and let them know that you thought about them while you were here. So we want to make sure you guys are aware of that. And we thank you all again for coming tonight. Mr. Reid, do you have an announcement for us? Your evaluations, make sure you pick one up at the front desk or that you get one. And it's very, very important that you guys complete those for us and turn them back in so that we will know how we did on tonight. Be as honest as you can. And also we want to remind you that you will be receiving program evaluations for the entire school year as soon as this semester is completely over. So tonight's evaluations at the front, your program evaluations are at the front as well. If you don't get it tonight, you will receive it in the mail, okay? Again, thank you guys for coming out. Take these cupcakes and all the cookies home and anything else that's left on the table. We hope you guys enjoy.